Alright, well, I'm sorry for the delay, but welcome to this Roman Reigns themed Q&A here at the Wrestling Unlimited YouTube channel and Facebook group page. And if you want your questions answered in a future Q&A video, you know the drill. Every Tuesday and Friday these happen. I post the status. You send in your questions in response, or you can message them to me, or you can post them as comments to this video. I don't really care. Just do whatever. Theme of the next Q&A is unknown at the moment. It will be announced either later today or probably most likely tomorrow. So without any further ado, let's do this Roman Reigns themed Q&A. I'm actually happy with the number of questions that I got. I didn't even realize I had this many. Kicking it off is Christopher Rubio. How long will the Reigns-Wyatt feud last? I would like to see it go at least 2, and if you want to push it, maybe 3 pay-per-views. I would have liked it better if the feud began at Elimination Chamber, so that way you had a match at Money in the Bank between them, you had a match at Battleground between them, and then you had their big blow-off match at SummerSlam. But I'd be fine if it went Battleground and then a match at SummerSlam, and then you do their third match at like Night of Champions, or if you do a special event before then, you know, it doesn't matter to me. But I would like to see it go at least 2 pay-per-views, at least 2. Will Reigns ever get another title shot? Oh yeah, no doubt about that. If he doesn't get another title shot in the next year, I'd be stunned. I would be really not disappointed, but I would just be shocked. Because here's a guy that you had win the Rumble, you had him almost win Money in the Bank, you had a main event WrestleMania, and you're not even going to give him a championship opportunity. I'm pretty sure that sometime down the road, maybe even the very near future, that he gets a title shot. You never know, though. As from the Rollins Q&A, will Ambrose, Reigns, and Rollins maybe reunite to reform the Shield? It's a possibility. I mean, think about it now. You have Ambrose, who's already a face. You have Reigns, who's already a face. And if you're going to turn Rollins face, why not put them back together? I mean, you really had no reasons to bring them apart in the first place. You really had no long-term planning behind bringing them apart. Or separating them, excuse me. Why the hell not, honestly? Or would they possibly do a triple threat match at SummerSlam against each other? I will lean more towards the triple threat match than I will them reuniting. I'm pretty sure that sometime down the road they will reunite for maybe a quick run or a one-off or something like that. But as of now, I see more of the possibility of them doing a Shield triple threat match than I do seeing a Shield reunion. Walter Main, will Reigns turn heel this year? Well, my hopes have been up for it for the past 3 months, and it hasn't happened yet. So, I guess when it comes to professional wrestling, you never say never. But at the same time, I've gotten my hopes up the past 3 pay-per-views, and the past 3 pay-per-views, shit has happened. So, I mean, maybe they're saving his heel turn for a bigger pay-per-view like SummerSlam. Maybe they're saving his heel turn for a title match. Maybe they're saving his heel turn for a feud with Dean Ambrose down the road. I don't know. But I hope the heel turn comes soon. It would definitely help. I don't think it would hurt. I guess we'll see down the road. How much would you have to be paid to take a Superman punch and a spear from Roman? Cena salary. You know, if it was actually real and not kayfabe, and he was legit trying to hurt me, if they don't give me equal to or above Cena salary, then I'm not doing it. Now, if I was guaranteed that it would be kayfabe, and that I wasn't going to get hurt by it, then I wouldn't care, honestly. Thomas Parsons, Do you think people will stop jumping on the let's hate Roman bandwagon? There's always going to be haters. It's that simple. And the only reason why there's going to be haters is because when it comes to WWE and their fans, the fans know what they want, and what they want sucks. And what they want is their favorites, meaning Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, the return of CM Punk to the WWE. The IWC hates Roman Reigns because it's not Daniel Bryan. And then I ask people in the IWC, why do you hate Roman Reigns? Oh, because he's not Daniel Bryan. That's not a fucking reason. That's a terrible reason. Will they stop jumping on the bandwagon? I mean, lately the bandwagon has kind of flip-flopped, and Reigns has gotten a lot more cheers than he has boos. So, I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure that if they turn him heel, the fans that already hated him are going to hate him some more, and the fans that loved him are going to hate him, so he'll get a lot more boos than we all anticipated. But time will tell. I don't see it happening at the moment. David James Rollinger, do you think they will turn Reigns against Ambrose? Yes. I don't know when. It should have happened 2 months ago. But I don't know when this is going to happen, but it needs to happen. A feud between them would be good. It would work. I think it would work tremendously better if Reigns was the heel, not Ambrose. And, but yes, it needs to happen sometime down the road. Chris P.S. Martin, what needs to happen for Roman Reigns to finally get over? I know my solution, but want to hear your opinion. He needs a character. He doesn't have one. I mean, the last guy I know that had the size and had the strength that the WWE is looking for in their superstars, but didn't have any charisma, didn't have any mic skills or anything like that, was Test. And that's a terrible comparison, especially when considering that Roman Reigns is supposed to be the future of the WWE down the line, down the next 6, 7, or 8 years. And the best comparison you can give him is Test. He just needs a character. He needs to establish an identity. I mean, when he left the Shield, he kept everything about the Shield. He did nothing different to enhance himself, and WWE did nothing different to enhance him either. He kept the ring attire of the Shield, with the only exception that he added blue to it. Ooh, big upgrade. He kept the entrance music of it. He kept the same moveset that he had. He kept the same entrance down the crowd. He didn't establish himself as himself. He established himself as something that was used already. Whereas Seth Rollins established his own character, Dean Ambrose established his own character, and Roman Reigns didn't establish anything. He needs a character change. He also somehow needs to improve on the mic, like quickly. He's not terrible, but he's not good. I know maybe sometimes you don't need the mic to be over, but if you're going to give somebody the mic, they need to nail it. Sorry, but it's true. It's just that damn true. So there you go, Chris. I mean, I like Roman. I like some of the stuff that they've done with him. I don't like the fact that he doesn't have a character. He does not have an identity. He doesn't have a personality. He, to me, lacks some charisma. He's just a plain superstar. He's got an alright moveset, but it's the same moveset that we've seen with the Shield. He hasn't branched off to anything better or different. That's just my opinion. Donnie Johnson. Should Reigns be the man to dethrone Cena instead of Owens? Yes. And that should have happened at WrestleMania 31. Even though what they did with Brock Reigns and Rollins was fine, oh my god, Reigns versus Cena would have been a money match. That would have been a real big money match. And even though the ending might be a little predictable, this match, you could probably make the argument that Cena puts him over clean at a WrestleMania. Instead, you basically got the downfall of Rusev, and Rollins has been a pretty shitty champion so far. So, you know, they could have went so many different ways with Reigns at WrestleMania. They should have did Reigns versus Cena. Cena should have won that title at Elimination Chamber. No, I'm sorry. No. Elimination Chamber. Cena should have won that title at the Rumble. Then have Reigns win the Rumble. Then have Cena beat Brock at Fastlane. Not Elimination Chamber, sorry. That just shows you how much I want to forget about Fastlane. And then have Reigns versus Cena at Mania. And if you still want to do the Rollins cash-in, then do it. I think it would have added to that match, honestly. The match wouldn't have been bad, but it could have added something to it to make it even better. That's just my opinion. So, yes, he should be the man to dethrone Cena against Kevin Owens, because so far with Kevin Owens, you already had him lose a match. Win one, lose one. And then the third one, their third match at Battleground, you're going to have Owens lose again? That's terrible, in my opinion. Matt Britton. Should Roman Reigns be more like his character back from NXT? His promo skills were much better back then. The difference is that back then he actually had a character. You know, what was he, Roman Leaki? Or Leaki, whatever the fuck his name is. Back then he actually had a character. Back then he actually had an identity. Back then he actually had a personality. Today, he doesn't have a character. He doesn't have an identity. He doesn't have a personality. He does not have charisma. So, what you're suggesting is a character change. Yes, I'm fine with that. Should he go back to his character from NXT? If you really wanted to do something involving his heritage as a Samoan, then sure, why not? But other than that, I don't think he should go back to his character from NXT. Give him something new, something people have not seen before. Cody Webb. Will Reigns ever be more than what WWE has him at now? I hope so. But it hasn't been proven to happen. It hasn't happened yet. Honestly, it hasn't. Will he always be second fiddle to Dean? In terms of mic skills, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? In terms of actual wrestling ability, I think that he's more of a powerhouse, and that's pretty obvious, and Dean's more of a brawler, so it depends on your style and your particular like of whatever style that they have. If you're a fan of the power guy, then you like Reigns better. If you're a fan of the brawler, then you like Dean better. If you're the IWC, you like Dean better. So, there you go. Brian Culinary, does this Q&A make Roman Reigns look strong? Every time I put my face on a camera, Roman Reigns looks strong, my friend. Ricky A. Wolf, if Reigns goes heel, him and his cousins should form a faction with Samoa Joe and call themselves Savage Nation. Your thoughts? Oh, God. Well, it's not exactly a terrible idea. I don't know if it would work. I don't. In theory, you would like to see Samoa Joe on the main roster. But in turn, how can I put this? If you were going to do something, like I said earlier from another question, if you were going to do something that involved Reigns' heritage as a Samoan superstar, then that could work. But why break Reigns up from one faction just to put him in another one? That's pretty much just my opinion. I mean, It doesn't really make sense to me. Alec Costival, what do you think of the potential with the Bray Wyatt feud? Do you think involving Reigns' daughter helps Wyatt's character? Yeah, it does. It does. That was a great move, WWE. Thank you for involving something different, something new. That definitely helps Bray Wyatt's character. And it definitely gets Reigns over as a babyface, in my opinion. It does. Because now he has an obstacle in front of him. He has Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's targeting his daughter. Now Roman Reigns has to act like the superhero that he's portrayed out to be, so I think that it works perfectly. There's a lot of potential with this feud. The only problem is, who does it really help? Like I said in a previous Q&A, if Reigns wins, what does that do for Wyatt? If Wyatt wins, that's a big step down for Reigns. And if Reigns wins, that's not really a big step up for Reigns either. That's the only part of this feud that concerns me. I mean, it's a dream feud, but it doesn't really help anyone. Lastly, Raymond Johnson, do you think Reigns will win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship going into WrestleMania or at WrestleMania? I'll go at WrestleMania for a bigger chance of happening than going into WrestleMania. Hey, have him win back-to-back Rumbles. Why the fuck not? Because honestly, if you were to ask me right now who I'd pick to win the Rumble, I honestly couldn't even give you an answer. I couldn't. You have to build up Owens farther to win the Rumble. You'd have to build up Dean and Bray a lot better for them to win the Rumble. And are you really going to have Randy win it? Are you really going to have Cena win it? No. So why not have Roman Reigns go back-to-back years of winning the Rumble? Especially if you're going to give him a title match at WrestleMania. If you're not going to have him win the Rumble, then what the fuck's the point of giving him a title match? I mean, there's a better chance of him winning the title at Mania than there is of him going into Mania with the title. There you go. So, like I said, the theme for the next Q&A will be revealed probably today, maybe Tuesday. Not Tuesday, maybe tomorrow, meaning Sunday. Again, I'm sorry for this Q&A being late. Got home late from work and then just didn't feel like recording it until this morning. So the next Q&A will be Tuesday and then another one Friday and then that goes on and on and on. Goodbye.